Hi. Okay, so how does Miller's three important keys integrate with Coffee and Jones's four qualities? I would say they integrate for the fact that they're all inspired or driven by empathy. So we have Miller's three keys, namely networking, vision, and decision making. Namely networking, as Miller states in the book, The Empowered Leader. Networking is the matrix of relationships. It provides the people resources for individual success. So basically saying that every great leader knows that he can't do it alone, that it's a team effort. So therefore networking is extremely important for the inspirational leader, because Miller also says quality leaders demand that you build a circle of loyal friends who are willing to basically compose a network out of which your relationship can reach for excellence, which in turn I feel like ties into his next key, vision. He goes and quotes John Haggai in saying, when a group is under the direction of someone who has no vision, the result is confusion, disorder, rebellion, uncontrolled license, and at worst, anarchy. So you can have the network, you can create the circle of people who are loyal and trust you, but if you have no vision and no direction of where you want to go, that circle is just going to fall apart, or try to take it upon themselves. And I think that goes right into the next key, decision making. So you can create the circle, you can have that loyal group of people. You can even have a vision of where you want to go, but if you get to the point where you can't actually make the decision, say yes or no, even if it's wrong, you'll be stuck. Like you won't move forward at all. So just having the ability to say yes or no, make those decisions even when wrong, still creates just a place to start. And I feel like all of that ties into Coffee and Jones's four qualities, because without these qualities, I don't think any of the networking, vision, or decision making is even possible. So the first quality, just selectively showing their weakness. So being able to expose some vulnerability and just appeal that you are an approachable person, or they rely heavily on intuition, engage the appropriate timing and course of their actions. So just knowing when and how to act in certain situations, just using your intuition of picking up on the little details of your followers, how they're feeling, how they're acting, and knowing when and what to say in those situations. Manage employees with tough empathy. So inspirational leaders empathize passionately. They care intensely about the work that their employees do. So just showing that you genuinely care about the work of your followers. And then they reveal their differences. So they capitalize on what's unique about themselves. So just showing a little uniqueness, just opening up a little deeper in that instance. So yeah, I think without those four qualities that Coffey and Jones talk about and describe, just the networking, being able to create that network in the first place, being the leader that is able to create that loyal group of followers, wouldn't be possible. And I think a good example, or where I've seen all of this come into practice, would be like a teacher and student relationship. I think we've all had that one teacher that was just amazing. Like we would never forget them. Just going to their class was exciting. They can make learning just very engaging, and it was easy to follow along and understand, mostly because you wanted to, because they had that they had those qualities, or that personality, or that charisma that just drew you to them. And I think on the other side, we've all had those teachers that there's probably not a student in that school that enjoys going to their classes, and it's because they don't possess those qualities. They're not, they don't expose their vulnerability, and they don't say the right things in certain situations, and they don't lead with empathy and they don't really open up and express things about themselves to their students. So that was my response for this week's discussion on the integrated leadership practices.